What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager save. This is episode number 44. And today we're returning with the penultimate episode of Season 5. I just played two of our final four Premier League games with European football on the line. First away against Spurs and at home to Manchester United. Before we get to the games though, if you have one, we're getting on off camera. So of course, in the last episode, you saw the heartbreaking exit in the Europa League quarter-final on penalties to Real Sociedad away. We did respond in the one and only game off camera, a win over Norwich in the Premier League at home, as we expected. But in the end, kind of got away with it, to be fair. Scored our two goals in the second half. First, Traore getting on the end of a Radalovic through ball, and then Baturina scoring a bit of a lucky rebound goal. But late on in the game, Norwich started pressing. They got themselves back in it with a couple of minutes to go in stoppage time. Smallcombe once again switching off, but thankfully just about held on for the 3 points there, and frustratingly as well, how we held on to that clean sheet. We would have jumped up to 6th in the table on goal difference with Chelsea. Instead, because we threw away the clean sheet right at the end, Chelsea's goal difference remained the same as ours, but they've won one game more. Thankfully though, they've just played their game, and now we've got one in hand, and we're only a point behind them and also Leeds, and have a game in hand on both. It is ridiculously tight, and as we see here, there are just 2 points separating 8th to 4th. Champions League football is still a big possibility, but our final 4 games, Spurs away, who we could leapfrog with a win here, Manchester United at home going for the title, Liverpool at home going for the Champions League, and then West Ham away. To be fair, I've got nothing to play for on the final day, but even so, it is ridiculously tight. Anyone from 4th to 9th, where Newcastle are right now, it's anyone's guess as to who's going to be in the Champions League, Europa League, and Europa Conference League next year. It's just so tight. So let's jump right into it. I don't think there's anything else to show you in the run off camera, so let's dive right into our trip to North London as we take on Spurs. 3 p.m. kickoffs, Newcastle are home to West Brom today, and tomorrow I think you've got the Leeds away against Aston Villa as well. Is there anything on Monday? There is, Liverpool versus Brentford, so God, it is so tight, man. Honestly, I would just take 7th, though. I know it sounds really unambitious, but I just wanted to make sure we stay in Europe of some kind. I don't think we're ready for prime time yet. I think if we went to the Champions League, we'd get embarrassed. I don't think we're ready for prime time yet. I will take any kind of European football. If it's Conference League, so be it. On the injury report right now, Danny Ings has played his final game for Bournemouth. Tore his hamstring in the run of camera. I was going to say broken toe. I don't know why I was going to say broken toe, but tore his hamstring in the run of camera, so he's retiring at the end of the season anyway, so might as well release him now, to be honest. But even so, Ings has played his final game for the club. Anthony has a slight knock, and Baturina shouldn't really be in the team for this. He got an injury, a pulled hamstring in training, just like Danny Ings, but I am going to have him on the bench. Scored against Norwich, scored against Sociedad, 2-2. I'll keep him on the bench. But other than that, everyone's fit, and this is our team 4-3-3. Spurs away, or a win could lift us into the top 4. George is in goal, but for his Mitchell, Mosquera, Zabani and Aarons, Doucouré, McTominay and Scott are through the middle. On the wings, Traore and Tav, and Josh Sargent hasn't scored in the league in a while. Well, apart from that one goal against Fulham. On the bench. On the bench, Ward, Garza, Smallcombe, Forsby, Blanco, Radalovic, McKennie, Baturina and Delap as well. First of the 2 today, Spurs away in North London. I'm not nervous, you're nervous. Come on, you Cherries. Johnny Heiting is in charge of Spurs now. How interesting is that? Anyway, you can see right now, a point will lift us above Leeds on goal difference, but we'll be behind Chelsea on games won. So that will mean 3 teams on 59. Now, of course, Liverpool will win on Monday night. But even so, because our goal difference is superior to Spurs, a win in this game will lift us above them and into the top 4. Oh, man, I'm so nervous, man. I am so nervous. The thought of Champions League football being on the line, man. Bricking it, honestly. Still 0-0. Nothing in the first half. What a quiet one. I'd say we need 6 points from a possible 12 to guarantee a European place for next season, but I think even 5 might be enough based on how tight it is right now. My goodness, this has been the worst Football Manager game of all time. There's been nothing. Wow. Do you know what? I'm going to play the 3rd game today. 5 minutes of stoppage time. This is the first game I've played in the save where there wasn't a single highlight. Can you tell both teams were bricking it heading into that one? 0-0. Terrible XG for both teams. That was shambolic. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. A point and a clean sheet away against the Spurs team in the top 4. I'll be satisfied enough with that. wrapping up the season takes quite a while to do. So I'll play the third of the final 4 games today and then play the West Ham final day in the final episode. So Manchester United drew with Chelsea, scored a last minute level there, thank goodness for that. And that does mean that Chelsea, whilst they do go above us, it's only by a point, and we still have the game in hand. Liverpool have their game in hand on Monday. We also have a game in hand on Newcastle as well, despite their winning at West Brom. That's why I'll take that, because I back us to beat West Ham on the final day. Brighton away, tricky one there for the Baggies, and for Newcastle, sorry, and Everton at home as well. I still think we're going to do it. We've got to win at least one of the final 3, and I think maybe a point against Manchester United or Liverpool as well. Let's go get one of these points here. My goodness, I can't believe how bad that was, man. Not a single highlight. So Aston Villa versus Leeds, 3 PM kickoff here. Villa got nothing to play for, so you'd back Leeds to win this one. But if they lose, they're going to be the rank outsiders who have any chance of qualifying for European place. And in the end, despite Mitrovic's heroics, Aston Villa do take a point off them. So it lifts them into the top 6. This is ridiculously tight, man. 2 points separating 4th to 9th. But we've got a game in hand on them. So despite that being the case, they're still the outsiders with the only team with a minus goal difference as well. So I'm not too concerned about that. And as Monday comes around, Liverpool and Brentford tonight at 8 PM at Anfield. That should be a banker for Liverpool, really. I'll be absolutely stunned if they slip up in that game. Hopefully the Bees can do us a favour against all odds, but I'm pretty sure the Leeds will. Oh my God! Brentford! 2-0 win at Anfield. So that means now Liverpool are in 7th. They've spurned their game in hand on Leeds. And that means that... Oh, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. 2 points, 6 teams. This is absolutely mental. Now, interestingly enough, so I'm just snapping up a few of these lads that came through our youth development centre. Angry. The fans are angry at a 15-year-old getting a £180 a week contract. Lads, it's just to make sure we've got enough players in our under-18s. Are you serious? I can't imagine the fans would be absolutely livid about that on Twitter and saying #DocsOut. But, so for those that are curious, by the way, the Europa Conference League, Aston Villa are in it still. They beat Roma in the quarters, where, of course, we were knocked out. But they lost the first leg to Stade Rennais. So if they go out on the Thursday, that means that the top 7 will still all be available. If they... That is so annoying. If they win though, do make it through, if they were to win the Europa Conference League, then I think that would take 7th away. But on this Thursday, like I said, they got a 2-0 deficit travelling back to France. So if Stade Rennais do hold them off, which fingers crossed they should be able to do, then that does mean that at the very, very least, 7th will still be available. Yep, Aston Villa, humbled. It'll be... Oh, wow, Sociedad. What a turnaround. Lloyd Kelly. Go on, Kelly. So that's it. Yeah, top 7 is all European places now. All through the top 7. Oh, man, I'm bricking this, honestly. I know this is going to sound really fucking weird, right? But I don't want 4th to be available because I know that we're going to bottle it. Like, we have a chance on the final day and we'll lose to West Ham. I can just see it happening. I don't want 4th to be available. Like, literally all season long, I've completely downplayed the possibility of qualifying for the Champions League. I don't want it. I mean, obviously, I do want it. But what I mean is I don't want the chance because I know I'll blow it. Like, I know we'll bottle it, man. Anyway, Manchester United, for the penultimate game at the Vitality Stadium ever, the second final home game, of course, because we're moving to the new stadium for next season. Liverpool will be the final home game, so surely we'll win that one. But Manchester United going for the title. Firm favourites for this game here, no doubt about it. And a win, I think, could see them confirmed as champions. In fact, it will see them confirmed as champions. So, my goodness here, we're big underdogs for this one. Now dropping to 9th in the table. What a ludicrous season and finale this has been. But can we keep the title race going for the final 2 games? And can we jump back into a European place? So just the one James Dry lineup on the back of the draw against Spurs there. Georgie and goal with the same back 4, same midfield trio. Batterina does start this game on the left-hand side with Tadger onto the bench. And also Josh Sargent is going to be a target man in this game, playing players in. He's got 6 assists this season, to be fair, so I don't mind that on his role. On the bench, you got Ward, Garza, Smallcombe, Forsby, Blanco, Radulovic, McKennie, Tav and Delap as well. Second of the 3 then today. Let's hope for a few more highlights here. Come on, you cherries. I'm really starting to get nervous now. Oh, God. Seriously. The nerves right now. The nerves. We're not supposed to be in with a chance getting the top 4, man. Not yet. Not yet. We're a Europa League team or a Europa Conference League team. Not a Champions League team. You think we're good enough in the Champions League? A little old Bournemouth? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, man. Georgie has 15 clean sheets for the season now with 3 games to go. This dude, honestly, I'm so glad I gave him that contract extension, man. He's fantastic. And Mascara, what a signing he's been this season as well. Well worth the big bucks. Club record signing. Right, here's the highlight. The first one of the episode. Alex Scott. Great ball through. Hamed. Yes! Passing out from the back. Oh, Southampton are in front against Leeds as well. Brilliant ball by Scott. Record high season assists for him this year. And perhaps Unai Simon should do better. But Hamed Traore, who I think personally, I mean, you know, I would say since Solanke has left, he's now our best player. I think he's our best player in his team, man. Another goal for Traore. He's a big game player. Sargent, well done. And Bournemouth have the lead against the current league leaders. 21 minutes in. There's a long way to go. Red Devils attacking down the running for the instant response. Rashford's at the far post. Georgie does well to hold on. Oh, I hate it when the highlight continues after an attack. I hate it when it continues. It's like, no, please, we stop their chance. Let it end now. Let it end now. Let's burn some clock. Even 20 minutes in, I want to burn the clock. Scott, Batarina, Traore for 2. What a start! Hamed Traore. Was he offside? It's going VAR. Here it comes, VAR. I think he was on, though. I think he was on. And oh, no, he's disallowed it. He's disallowed it. Batarina with the through ball, but Hamed... Oh, yeah, he's definitely off there. Definitely off. Good finish at the near post, to be fair. Lovely ball through by Batarina as well, but right decision from the lino and the VAR. Right, excellent stuff from Bournemouth. The ball in the back of the net twice here against the league leaders. Let's keep this going, boys. We're on top here. Leeds are drawn level against Southampton as that header hits the post and Max Aaron scrambles it away. And we still currently lead by 1. Manchester City are holding Spurs to a 0-0 draw at the moment as well. So as things stand, we are going into the top 4 on goal difference. I can't handle this, man. I can't handle this. Because I know what's going to happen. We're going to win this game. We'll draw the penalty one against Liverpool. And then we'll bottle it on the final game against West Ham. I just know it. I'm going to say to the boys, though, don't get complacent out there. We're still leading. We've got to hold on to this. Second half to begin. Can we cling on to, as things stand, a Champions League place with what will be 2 games to go? Destiny's in our own hands at this point. Tyrick Mitchell with an awful pass. And Manchester United get it straight back. That leveler's coming. That leveler is definitely coming. Alejandro Garnacho. Lovely ball. Rashford gets on the end of it. Crosses. Headed away. And cleared. Fernandez. Garnacho. Shoot, mate. Hey, Georgie tips it onto the post. I felt confident there. Georgie going to get beat for an ad angle. Still leading by 1. City are in front against Spurs as well. We're going to go a point clear. Fucking hell, I can't handle this. I've changed my tactics slightly since the win against Sociedad. We are playing a slightly lower defensive line. Georgie's not distributing the ball as quick. We're not playing at as high of a tempo as well. I think it is working to our favour as well. Being in control of games a little bit more in terms of possession and a lot tighter on defence as well. And as things stand, set for back-to-back clean sheets. 2 wins in 3. I can't handle this. I'm going to bring off Batarina on a booking for Tau, switch he and Traore around and burn the clock here. McKennie's going to come on for McTominay. Come on, Bournemouth. Come on. Oh, Leeds have just gone in front against Southampton. I can't believe this. Leeds are going into the top 4. Leeds are going into the top 4. This is incredible. We'll still have the game in hand on them, though. And they've got the far worst goal difference record. We're a minute away from seeing this game out. Liam, just go and press for the final minute, mate. Just go and press and put the pressure on the back line. And Bournemouth have held on. And are we in the top 4? I think we're in the top 4. I think we just snuck into the top 4 with 2 games to go. Where are we? Where's the league table? Oh my god. Destiny. Oh, actually, well, it's not because Liverpool have a game in hand. But Destiny is kind of in our own hands after Southampton's last second leveler at Ella. I can't take this. I can't take this. We're not supposed to be here. This is the first time we've gone into the top 4 all season long. And it's the first time. Oh my god. Chelsea beat Fulham, but Brighton thrashed Newcastle. And that means they're going into the final day. They have to win. They have to win to have any chance of finishing in the top 7 place. That's a massive... Oh, they got on the final day as well. Everton, that's a tough one, that as well, to be fair. Could be a tough one for Pep's side. Oh, he's been sacked. Guardiola's been sacked now after not making not making a top 4 place at the very least. Okay, alright. Is there a game tomorrow? Is there a game on a Sunday? Yes, Liverpool are away at Norwich. I can't handle the pressure. I can't handle this. First time we'd entered the top 4. It only lasted for a couple of hours after Chelsea's win in the evening. But that's okay. That's all right. All I really wanted was a top 7 place. So Destiny is not in our own for the top 4 now, but it is for the European spots and Europa League as well, let alone Europa Conference League because of Leeds playing a game extra. So yeah, we'll sim through this then. Come on, Norwich, do us a favour. Liverpool lost to Brentford in their last game, so they've drawn Cody Gakpo over leveller, which means they still stay outside the top 7. They've got us next on Wednesday. But they're in current bad form right now. They got knocked out by Dominic Solanke's Atalanta in the Conference League as well. They haven't won since the middle of April. They haven't won in the Premier League for over a month now. That was in a Merseyside derby. We've got a golden chance to beat them and go back in the top 4. Who have Chelsea got in the final 2? Who have Zidane's Chelsea got? Oh, final game now. Southampton away at St Mary's, who, to be fair, had a decent season. They've only won 1 of their last 5. 2 of their last... Oh, I'm not going to try. I think it's 8. But... right, just keep it calm, yeah? End of an era for the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth's fixture against Liverpool will be one tinge of emotion for Cherry supporters who will bid a fond farewell to the Vitality Stadium. The club is set to move into their brand new stadium in the near future and will be able to sign off with a victory at their current home. Oh... Final game at the Vitality, and what a massive one as well, where a win could potentially lock up a European place. The emotions, surely we can't let it get the better of us. So, third and final game of today's episode, final ever game at the Vitality, where only a win will put us back in the top 4. It's our game in hand on Chelsea, but again, only a win will do. Because of the fact, whilst we still have the same goal difference record, they've scored a goal more, and they've won a game more as well, to be fair. It means that if we were to be level on points and on goal difference, Chelsea would still finish above us. So, only a win will put us into the top 4, heading into the final day, and that gives us a 2-point gap on the Blues as well. A point, if nothing else, could all but guarantee a European place, but with Champions League on the line, our final game at the Vitality, we're surely not going to lose this, are we? Surely not. Massive game for both teams, and I'm absolutely bricking it. So, same tactics, same lineup as the team that beat Manchester United. Georgian goal, same back 4, same midfield, same wingers. Josh Sargent once again up top. On the bench, Ward, Garza, Smallcombe, Forsby, Blanco, Radulovic, McKennie, Tav, and Delap as well. This is it, third and final game, and our final ever game at the smallest stadium in Premier League history. Lads, let's bow out of a win. Come on, you Cherries. Much better form recently from Bournemouth. Really impressive. We haven't lost since that first leg against Real Sociedad in the Europa League. So, I have to say, I feel confident defensively. The question is, can we get the goals? Because the Scots cross is blocked. Sargent has just been so poor. You know, not great. He could have been a lot worse. He's got 6 assists to chip in with the goals as well. He's got into double digits and 20 in all competitions, but he's not been the goal scorer I needed him to be this year. Unfortunately not. I was confident after his good start, but he really struggled since then. He really struggled. Can he prove me wrong here? Scott, Traore, and there he's Sargent in the middle. Josh! Oh, yes! Josh Sargent shuts me up. Bournemouth in front. We're going into the top 4. Hamid Traore is our best player. No doubt about that. It's a lovely ball into our number 9. Takes it in his stride and pops it past the on-rushing Alisson. Bournemouth lead by a goal. And as things stand, we don't need a second replay, FM. Bournemouth are going into the top 4 by what will be 2 points. And that'll also mean if we... No, it won't. No, sorry, just ignore me. But basically, it means on the final day, if we beat West Ham, that's it. Champions League football. Oh my God. We'll be at the Eddie Howe Stadium next season. But Liverpool are not going to lie down and accept this loss with European hopes on the line for them as well. Georgie, well claimed, mate. Arsenal beating Spurs by 1-0. So that does mean that as things stand, if results say the same here as well, then Europa League is a guarantee. Not just Conference League, but the Europa League. Even if we were to bottle it on the final day, the lowest we would finish is Europa League, as things stand. But there's a long way to go. There's a long way to go, man. As Virgil van Dijk finds Nkunku. And now back to the Dutch defender who picks a brilliant ball out wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold, the academy grad, down the right. Dispossessed by Tyreek Mitchell. And a chance for the cherries on the break here. Battery looking for Sargent. Van Dijk cuts it out. And Liverpool get it straight back. There's at least 2 more goals today. At least 2 more goals. Mitchell loses out to Trent. Salah, great ball. Goncalo Ramos fires in a leveller. Was he offside? I think it's going to stand. Surrounding the referee, but I think that's going to stand there. Goncalo Ramos breaks the offside trap and smacks it home. 31st goal of the season for Liverpool's number 9. They've found their leveller. As things stand, we're staying outside the top 4. And our lead has gone. And now the Reds looking to flip the script. Mo Salah puts it just wide. Tighten up, boys. Tighten up. Come on. Can't allow Liverpool to turn this game on its head here. So it will be level with Chelsea on goal difference, which means that the scenario on the final day is very simple. If they lose, we'll just need a point. Likely that, though, is very unlikely. So if they do draw, we'll also need to win. So, oh man. I mean, it's sort of like stick or twist at this point. Do we really go all out as Diaz wins it back, comes forward, and Mamadashvili makes a save at the near post? Do we go for a winner, or do we just settle for the point? I back us to beat West Ham on the final day. So do we just hope Southampton can do us a favour on the final day? Take 2 points off Chelsea and then a win? We'll see us finish in the top 4, or do we go for the win? It's time for everyone to dig in and give everything you've got left tonight. Come on, lads. Final 45 minutes of vitality. I think we should go for it. I think we should go for the win. Change our mentality to attacking. Going to demand more from the boys out there. As we're still tied at 1-1. And I do see another goal in this one. At the moment you put your money on Liverpool. As Harvey Elliott is tackled by McTominay. And the referee gives a penalty. Scott brings him down. Spot kick Liverpool. Barely ever see these get overturned, so that's surely going to be a penalty. And it is indeed. And Georgie will need to provide the heroics if we are to stay on level terms. It is Mohamed Salah. Liverpool in front. Well, we're going to go for it in the final few stages, but I think Liverpool are going to hold on to a massive, massive win in our final ever game at the Vitality. Typical, isn't it? We beat the league leaders, Manchester United by 1-0. We get a very credible draw away against Spurs, who at that point were in the top 4. But a Liverpool team in poor form, at home, in the final game of the Vitality, we throw away a lead and lose it 2-1. How typical is that? Final chance going to fall here, though. Alex Scott looking for Sargent. Van Dijk cuts it out. And I think Liverpool are going to close this game out quite comfortably now. Ever since they got that leveller through Goncalo Ramos, they really just took this game by the scruff of its neck and took control. Jota's cross. Locatelli makes it free. It's game. Goodbye to the Vitality. And goodbye to our Champions League dream. We might be applauded off the pitch by our fans, but unfortunately, it is an end to our unbeaten run in a game where we simply couldn't afford to lose. Gutted. Absolutely go. We had a lead in 2 minutes, but ever since then, Liverpool just completely turned this game on its head. They now move into the top 4 with a game to go, and the table now looks like this. We head into the final game of the season, clinging on to a European place. We could still do it. But I think the likelihood of both Liverpool and Chelsea failing to win. Liverpool are owned to Arsenal, to be fair, are going for their first title since the save began. Their first title since Arsene Wenger. So that will be a tough one, to be fair, playing host to what could be the champions. Spurs have got Brighton at home. Even Spurs, even Leeds in 8th place could still finish in the top 4. Spurs have got Brighton at home. Leeds are away against Fulham, who are already down. Newcastle can't make it now, though, of course. They can finish in a European place, not a Champions League place. Where are Chelsea? Oh, there they are. Oh, yeah, of course, they're away against Southampton as well. Right, that's it, guys. That is it. We're going to leave it there. Big thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please drop a like. And whatever you do, man, do not miss the season finale away against West Ham, where a win could see us in the top 4. And for next season, we don't know if we're going to have Champions League, Europa League, Conference League or nothing. All 4 possibilities are open heading into the final day. Do not miss, surely the most dramatic season finale to say so far. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the season finale very soon.